Hey everybody, what's going on? How are you? Welcome back to, in case you didn't know where you are, in case you couldn't read and you stumbled upon this is The Hang once again. Listen, I know it's been a long time and, life, life happens. And, oh, cool. So, by the way, crazy thing. I know last time I spoke to you guys, I was out of town. And right now I am once again out of town. It's like it's like the only time I get to upload these is when I'm not in New York City. Um, I won't tell you exactly where I am. You have to guess. But let's just say the power went out earlier and it kind of randomly came back right now. So that's what my reaction was right there. But it's a great time. I don't know if you can hear the background. If I did things correctly, you can hear the background. Anyways, it's nice to talk to you all again. I know you probably like hearing my voice, and if you don't, you can just fast forward to the actual episode. But anyways, the actual episode is another installment of Live by the Hour with yours truly and Jerry Rodriguez. I know I personally have a lot of fun. I know Jerry enjoys himself. I hope he's not lying about that. And we're gonna try to have more of these often. Like I said, life happens, and some things have to take a back seat. But we are definitely back, and I will enjoy talking to you soon. Many things have happened. If you haven't been keeping track with JXD Entertainment, definitely go check that out. A whole bunch of things have happened. One good thing is the first live concert by JXD Entertainment, with a whole bunch of talented artists that we've worked with. Go check them out. Go to jxdentertainment.com or the YouTube page, JXD Entertainment, the Instagrams. It's all there. So go check it out. And speaking of things we've done, I know the last episode you heard a little snippet of the latest collaboration project we did with a couple singers, and now you will hear the next snippet. Hey, if you want to listen to the whole song, just go listen to it on YouTube, or just stay tuned to the next couple episodes. We'll be playing a snippet from every artist, and this one is the second verse, which is from CQ herself. Definitely go check her out on Instagram as well. All the links are just on Instagram. To be honest, let's be honest. I know for sure is the CQ experiment. That's her Instagram. Go check it out. And I hope you like Marby's last verse, and the next verse you'll have to tune in to the next episode. So enjoy this little snippet and enjoy the rest of the episode.
Burning up like a heat wave high. Fascinated by the way you shine. Got me moving so you notice. Stop. Can you focus on me eye to eye? Let my aura take you on a ride. Move your body with me side to side. So pull me up like shots on ice. It's a party on my mind tonight. When you're loving on me all night. It can be your song to write, and your melody matches mine. Now it's playing in my mind like love me, hold me, feel me, touch me slowly, baby. Love me, hold me, feel me, touch me, let go of worries. You don't have to worry about this, baby.
We're going to. Okay, hey everybody. Welcome back to The Hang once again. If you don't know who I am, my name is David B. And this is Jerry Rodriguez. And if this is the first time you're seeing us together, this is like a little segment we call Live by the Hour. I don't know which number it is.
4?
Yeah, I think so, right?
I think it's 4.
So yeah, as a matter of fact, you and Chris, who was here earlier,
Yeah.
you guys have both been the most
Recurring guest.
people. Yeah.
Nice.
I think this was his fourth time too.
Right on.
So nice. Welcome back, Jerry. It's been a while. How you been? That's what we were just saying before we started. It's like, oh, it's been a while since we've been here.
Yeah, I mean, the last show we did was
right. Yeah.
a year ago.
Almost. It feels like a year ago.
It feels like a year.
Yeah.
And like we got slammed with work because now that everything's picking up from the pandemic.
Exactly. That's a good thing. That's a great thing.
Dave and I are pretty much in charge of sound.
Right. That's right.
At our job, at our workplace, a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, we're responsible young men. You know, you can rely on us.
Responsible for destroying everything. Not putting things back where they belong.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's funny because we're just like kind of babysitters for the equipment.
Yeah, and like we're the only two that use it.
Right. That's another thing too.
There's no point of us putting it back where it belongs because like I know where Dave's gonna put it. He knows where I'm gonna put it.
Right.
Or most of the time we just work together, and we just have that communication.
Right. It's funny. We don't even need to like. At this point, if you guys don't know, we are sound engineers, both of us, at the same venue in Queens Theater, which I talk about a lot in this podcast for a good reason.
We gripe.
Yeah. And this summer, actually, we worked every Sunday, just about every Sunday.
Just about every Sunday.
Yeah, on
outdoor performances.
Yeah, outdoor performances in Corona Plaza.
Corona Plaza,
yeah,
right under the 7 train.
Yeah,
with all the drunks and the tweakers and the
boy,
what evangelicus? What was the?
Oh yeah, so
I am
evangelicist. No, people who worship outside. Let's
worship
just put it
outside, and they take their religion very seriously.
Yeah.
Something wrong with that. It's a little bit extreme.
All right. Just just don't call us devils and things like that.
Yeah, they would get mad at us. So like almost every time we had to set up for the show, and we always gave them time. We never rushed them.
Right.
But they would always yell at us, and they would say, "Oh, we can't preach anymore because the devils want us to leave. The demons want us to stop our preaching," and like that's not true.
Yeah, and it's funny they say that they would say that in Spanish, acting like we didn't know what they were saying.
Exactly. They would insult us in Spanish as if we didn't approach them already speaking Spanish, and as if we didn't understand.
But it's still very fun. I mean, I don't know about you, but I got a good sweat in on a daily basis.
Super farmer's tan.
Yeah.
Here, you're gonna laugh at this. Look at my.
Nice. Yeah. Anybody who's not seeing, he's taken off his rings and his bracelet. And then, you could clearly see the lines that are there.
3 weeks of work and then this nasty farmer's tan that I have.
It's like 2 months.
Yeah, no. August, September.
No, July.
Oh, yeah.
August.
No, that's right.
Yeah, July and August.
July was some of the worst days because we had that one day when it was raining really.
Oh, yeah. You want to tell them a little bit?
July. No, you know what? It was the first week of August.
The
first week of August. First Sunday in August, and we had inclement weather the whole entire week. Forecast it was gonna rain, not gonna rain. Shout out to New York One, Eric Adame. He's usually on point, but it just didn't rain all week. And Sunday morning, we get rain. I'm working in Riverside, and I'm actually staying over at my job. And then I'm like, "Oh, it's gonna be canceled. It's not.
Right.
The show's not. The outdoor show's not gonna happen."
Funny side fact. I went to go work at Riverside that day, so I was not able to join in on the fun at Corona Plaza. But I continue.
So I get up like around 7 a.m., put on the news. We're supposed to pick up the van at 11. Nothing going on. So no rain. I talked to whoever's in charge, the liaison, Willie, and he goes, "We're still on. Where there's a Willie, there's a way." That's what he always says. Where there's a Willie, there's always a show. And I contact my A2, Chelsea. Shout out to Chelsea.
Shout out to Chelsea with an S.
Who also works at Queens Theater with us.
Yep.
So I call her, and I'm like, "We're still on. And, bring some, rain gear. Be expecting rain." That's all I say, right? And I'm already, pissed that I have to get up on a Sunday. Plus, it's going to rain.
All right.
So I actually get from Riverside to LIC, right? That's where the van is.
Oh, yeah, LIC, correct.
I get there it took me 20 minutes. It was the best. No traffic at all.
Oh, yeah, good old Sunday morning, right?
Yeah, nobody wants to drive. So I get there, 20 minutes tops, pick up the van, it starts to rain. Okay. So I'm like, "Oh, perfect."
Shit.
I text Willie. He goes, "Nope, show's still on. Meet me at the theater." Chelsea's already there waiting for me. We get there. We start loading up the van. Stops raining. So I'm like, fuck, what's going on? Done loading up the van. It starts pouring. Not even raining. It's like the heavens open up. Monsoon season. It's raining hard. It's nasty out. And Willie is like, meet me at Corona Plaza. Everyone's covering up there. You know, if you guys don't know Corona Plaza, it's like a, how would you describe it? It's like a marketplace. Yeah, it's like a bazaar.
If you guys ever been to anywhere in Latin America and then you just like go to the market or the bazaar or whatever, it's not even Latin America. It's all over the world.
All over the world, yeah.
All over the world. Any market you envision, like in the movies, that's what it's like.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of tents and a bunch of vendors, people selling food, people selling clothing, bootleg jerseys, bootleg team hats. It's funny because the bootleg jerseys are so pretty, like they're so obvious, like the football jerseys.
Right.
Like, this is Ecuador, but it's spelled incorrectly. Or it's like Mexico. Equator. Mexico has like 2 X's. You know, Brazil has an S instead of a Z.
All right.
So it's fun. But anywho, you know, it's raining. It's nasty. And Chelsea and I and Norma, who is the, I guess Norma's in charge of security and personnel. So we're all waiting in the van. It's pouring.
All right.
Again, cats and dogs. I'm saying to myself, the show's canceled. I get an email from our director, and he goes, pack your stuff up. We're not having the show.
Oh, okay. I'm like, cool. I didn't know that
Victor,
part. Nice.
Victor was like, tell Willie the show's not going on. Willie shows up, and he goes, oh, you know what? We'll wait 15 minutes. If it stops, we continue. If it doesn't stop, I'll treat you guys all to lunch. So,
okay.
I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Dude, it does not stop. It continues, and he kept saying, where there's a Willie, there's a way.
How Willie?
Lucky him, it stops for about... I'm not going to tell you how long it stopped for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you it stopped. So he goes, all right, let's get to it. The clouds are... There wasn't even a cloud in sight. That's what's crazy.
Oh, wow, okay.
So it's just brutal heat now.
Good old,
you know, stinky New York subway, homeless guy smell in the air. And we start setting up for the show. And he's like, bring out the tent first. So we bring out, you know, our tents... Not the strongest, not the best.
Yeah.
We went through... How many tents did we go through this year? 4?
Yeah, I think so, actually.
Yeah, we went through 4 tents. Our company hates us now. Because we're a liability with equipment.
Hey, no.
Not sound equipment. We take care of that shit.
Right,
but like,
exactly.
You know, tables, ladders, chairs, and tents. Don't trust us. So this is tent number 2 or 3? No, this is tent.
The one that day, that was probably the second one.
Yeah,
actually.
so this is we're on tent number 2 that day, and we're setting up. I bring the soundboard out and everything, and it starts to rain again. Nothing crazy. We thought it was just a passing cloud. So everything's underneath the tent, and I'm just waiting. So Willie goes, "Okay, again, if it stops, we continue. If it continues, we're not going to do the show." I go into the Walgreens that's right behind the plaza, and I'm in there buying some water bottles and some snacks. I look up. I just see from the window where I am, I see a tent flying by. A whole full setup tent.
Oh, wow, okay.
Flying by, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
I'm seeing shit now. I go outside. It's like...
It's like the Tempest.
Yeah. It's like a monsoon in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
It is
That's
pouring.
crazy.
It is like raining all different directions, Dave, like sideways, up and down, and people are panic, like people are losing their shit. And I'm underneath the awning in Walgreens, and it's so bad that I can't get to the I can't get to the tent, and I just see Willie and Chelsea and the musicians that came early just grab all the sound equipment and throw it, like they hurl it inside the tent, inside the van, like, you know, because that shit couldn't get wet. The mixer,
of course,
the amplifiers,
yeah,
and it's raining bad. It's like nonstop, and then so there was a break where I was able to run into the van, So I get in and I'm like, all right, show's canceled, right? And it's like again, it's everyone's soaked. Even I'm soaked just running to the van, and everyone's pissed. And Willie's like, no, it was like a scene from like a war movie. He's like, no, we're gonna go on, we're going on with the show. And the musicians are like, hey, like, it's all right if we can't play today, like we could play another time. He goes, no, we don't have the permit for another day.
Oh,
We have to do it today.
Yeah.
And mind you, David, like we're like it's raining, and the water is getting inside the van because it's raining sideways.
Mm-hmm.
And
nice. Okay.
so like we closed the back
Jesus.
the back
The back door.
the back door,
Yeah.
and dude, I was in my head. I was like, we can't fucking do this show. Like, fuck this. And the whole time, Willie is just like, we're gonna wait. He's he's very positive. He's very optimistic. So like, he's like, we're gonna have a show. We're gonna have a show. This show's gonna be great. We're gonna have a show. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
We waited like an hour in the van, just sitting.
Just waiting until it's over.
He said, what did I say? 15 minutes. He's like,
Right.
if it doesn't stop in 15 minutes, we're gonna cancel everything, put everything in the van. We'll go get lunch like what we did at the last day.
All right.
We went to that restaurant. That was, no. Willie was like, we're gonna wait it out.
There's a Willie. There's a way.
So yeah, when there's a Willie, there's a way. The director calls him, and she's like, "Hey, how's everything going? The show's canceled. I'm so sorry." He goes, "No, we're gonna wait. Everything's fine. Jerry's happy," and he takes a picture of me,
Yeah.
and I saw the photo. It's me. I look so. I'm just sitting in the corner, like my face, like giving him the side eye, and I couldn't help it. I was laughing, and he goes, "No, Jerry says we're good." And I texted Tara, and I was like, "We're not good, no." And then she goes, "Well, sweetie, wait till." I'm like, oh, "Fuck, don't call me sweetie." She's like, "Sweetie, wait till it stops raining. Maybe it's gonna pass."
Yeah.
Again, we waited like an hour and a half, and because we have the permit till 7 p.m., that's why Willie was waiting.
Right. Oh,
Because
okay.
The shows are supposed to be on from 4 to 5.
Right.
But
Exactly.
we have the permit to this. Like, we have the right to the spot till 7 p.m.
Right.
So we can load out. So it's like almost 5 o'clock now.
Yeah.
When the show's supposed to be over.
Right. Exactly.
So the show ends at 5. It's supposed to end at 5. The performance, whatever. And it's like, 4:45. It stops raining. The sun comes out. It's really hot. It goes up to there was also a heat wave advisory that weekend too.
I
So
remember
it was
that.
90 something degrees.
Yeah. High 90s.
High
yeah.
90s. And all the tweakers are passing out on the floor because it's like a heat wave.
Right.
And Willie's like, "All right, start setting up for the show." And Chelsea and I are, it's just two people setting up while the musicians and Willie just watch us.
Oh wow. Oh god.
They were literally watching us set up for the show. And I don't get angry in situations like that. I kept it to myself. Under my breath,
You're a pro.
I'm a pro. Under my breath, I was cursing everybody out. I even snapped at Chelsea by accident.
Oh, okay.
So Chelsea was lifting up a heavy a wedge, and what did I say to her? I was like, Chelsea, use your fucking legs. And I just snapped.
Oh, damn,
And
Jerry.
she was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "You know what? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry." And I'm like, take a 5.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got this.
Yeah.
And just a stupid shit.
Oh man. Okay.
Chelsea, use your fucking legs.
I mean,
And
it's rough, man.
it is.
That was a rough day.
It was a rough day, and we did it. It was fucking great. They sounded like I think I showed you some videos from the show.
Right.
It
Sounded good.
It sounded great. Everything was overheated because it was so hot. All the equipment was overheated.
Wow.
The board, the wedges, the amplifiers. Everything was overheated. By the way, our tent broke, so we were working straight directly underneath the sun when everything was the tent completely took on water, and then it split in half.
So it caved in, basically.
Basically all 4 legs snapped with the weight of the water.
That's
So
crazy.
that happened. I left that part
Yeah.
out. That was fun. So when we were working, Chelsea and I had no tent, so we were cooking.
Yeah. Now the sun wants to come out, right?
We were fucking roasting. We were roasting, man, and I hated that shit. And we were the show. We were done setting up like around almost 5:30. Could do sound check and do a line check. The show was an hour and a half. Again, we had some technical difficulties because everything was overheating.
All right,
And this is
of
before we
course.
got the new soundboard.
Right. Yeah, that's another
So
thing.
we were if Dave and I forgot to mention we were awaiting new equipment, and
You had the old amp
we have old equipment we were using, and it just wasn't working well from the get go. So having everything wet and overheated just didn't help.
Yeah. Wow.
And
Yeah, I heard you couldn't have any stage mixes. Right.
we had stage mixes, but they were going in and out
Oh, okay.
because the
Okay.
amps were overheated.
Yeah.
And like you could touch the amp and like you could fry an egg, or you could burn yourself. It was hot. The
Yeah.
amps were hot.
Yeah, it's metal.
Um,
So.
they almost feel like cast iron.
Yeah,
Heavy,
that's crazy.
Those heavy cases, but they're not cast iron.
Yeah, I'm so heavy.
And like at least the musicians were aware of what the situation
That's
was.
good. Yeah.
And I was like very verbal with the musicians. Except the singer, he was refusing to listen to anybody. But that's how
typical singers.
typical frontman. Like some singers understand, but like
That's
typical
true. That's
frontman.
true. That's true.
And like the backup singers also were like refusing to. They're like, oh, we can't hear anything. Like your mix is out.
Right.
I had to shut off your amp because it was overheating, and also it was draining too much power. Because like once it was so like the generator was like humming so loud, but once they shut off their amps because it was overheated, I had like nothing I could do. So I shut off the amps, and the engine like the generator like from like this hot like really high noise like a low hum. I'm like, you hear that? That's because it was overpowered.
All right.
And it's always a bad sign when the generator is like
Working. Oh, like rattling and all
such
that.
a rattle.
Yeah.
That's not a good sign. So I
That's
was
pretty
like,
crazy.
before this thing explodes on me and kills me and Chelsea, I'm gonna shut off these amps. So I only gave a mix to the singer because and I was like, the musicians can hear themselves acoustically.
Yeah.
Like they had their own guitar amps and the bass amp. They were able to take care of themselves. Oh man, but like these backup singers and the singer like
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, as a singer, you have to hear what you sound like.
yeah.
So
They were getting a little
It's rough.
peeved.
Yeah.
Well, again, I told them like in between songs, they're like, "Is there anything we could do?" And I was like, "Go to Guitar Center and get new amps. Go to Sam Ash, and that's what we can do.
yeah. Wow.
Or make an express delivery that comes right now
Yeah.
from Sweetwater."
So I actually felt pretty bad because that day was like the smoothest day for me you can ever have as a sound engineer. Like I did like basically work in my job that morning, and the reason why I couldn't come in, is because I had to be somewhere else. I literally just had to make sure the group that was performing they had their dressing rooms, and that's about it. No actual sound necessary. And then
babysitting.
basically I was babysitting that morning for a bunch of adults, and I felt so bad because I was in Riverside myself, Upper West Side, and I'm driving and I see this random cloud right on top of me and it starts pouring. I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. So I'm driving back towards Queens, and that same cloud is following me. So by the time I'm halfway through Queens, it's when I remember, oh man, Chelsea and Jerry are outside.
Thanks for that cloud. It
And
really
this
got-
and this cloud is following me, and it's eventually gonna reach them. So yeah, I mean, even if I warned you, it's like it still would have.
David brought the weather with him.
Yeah, it literally followed me all the way to Queens. It's sad because it was like what, like an hour at most, right?
The rain.
Yeah, the rain.
It was about an hour and a half.
Yeah,
It was raining
and a half.
before that, like on and off.
Right,
And
right.
I was like, that's it. Like we're not gonna set up in this weather,
Yeah.
and we did. And like I said, Willie was saying, 15 minutes of this, and then we're gonna cancel the show. And,
Oh wow, okay.
And the musicians were on board, man. They were like, if we have to cancel, we have to cancel.
Oh wow, okay.
And Willie was like, no, like we can't get a replacement date, which I call bullshit because I'm sure we could have gotten a replacement date.
Well, as somebody who,
It would have been this Sunday.
yeah. Oh, okay, right, yeah. Well, as somebody who has organized things before, and you plan weeks ahead in advance, it's like when it's the time to do it, like you might not get another chance. So
True.
yeah, you might not. Like it could have been this Sunday. You're right, but they don't know that. They didn't know that at the time. You know?
They didn't.
Yeah.
And they weren't willing to take that chance.
Right.
And I get it. We were already already there.
What about something nice, Jay? Well, actually, all the other weeks were great. Wouldn't you say that?
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Oh, yeah,
if it
it's
didn't
really
rain
good.
that day and we didn't have to do all that work, it was a great show. All in all, it's a fun experience. Corona Plaza.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I thought it was a great experience for Chelsea to learn a lot. I hope she learned a lot.
All right.
Because now you know what to expect. Expect the unexpected. Like you're gonna expect all
Always.
that shit, expect bad shit to happen. And sometimes when you expect the worst, you get surprised when it's smooth.
Yeah, because it turns out great. So everybody out there, just go in, see.
And what was funny, the last show I did with Chelsea at Corona Plaza, it was the same band,
Oh, nice. Okay.
the same musicians that performed in the rain, just a different singer.
All right.
Isn't that weird? Isn't that like not weird?
Oh, okay. I get it.
So it was the same drummer,
funny.
the same guitarist.
Yeah.
Everybody was the same, except the singer. Backup singers were the same, and it was funny because for that show we had the new board, we had the new equipment, we had a tent that was working. The weather was 87 degrees.
Right.
It was bearable.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's
Chelsea
just-
and I were dumb tired, but still,
Yeah. It's always a good experience, and I think those kinds of jobs, luckily they happen early in my. I'm acting like, oh, I'm about to retire, but they happened early on for me, so that, like you said, everything else is kind of like
it's always
cheese.
gonna
Yeah.
the weather always plays a hand. I remember doing whenever I work festivals, they set a barometer on top of the
Oh,
on top
yeah,
of the
that's-
stage.
that's
There's
right.
a guy who goes up there with a giant genie, or
Uh-huh.
he gets like a crane.
Or he could just be like Lawler style and climb it.
Yeah, you could be like
Mike
Waller.
Lawler.
and
Shout out to Mike Lawler.
shout out to Mike Waller, Hercules over there. You can climb the trust, which is super dangerous, and then place the barometer yourself there. Or you could do it the safe way and have a guy in a lift,
Yeah.
genie or crane,
All right. Secured.
securely place the barometer. I've done setup in the rain
Yeah.
the rain before, and we stop and we continue. The show must go on.
All right. Exactly.
Um,
It's
but the thing is,
good
like for
times.
festivals, they're better prepared. You know what I'm saying?
That too.
It's not like a little cheap tent that you're hiding underneath. Usually, for a festival, you're hiding underneath the stage.
Right. Yeah. I was gonna say. There's usually a whole setup. Like we're not just kind of bare bones
Bare bones,
pop up
yeah,
in
pop up,
in a plaza
the
next
tent-
to the train.
Exactly, and like the quality of the equipment's much better.
Yeah.
Everything has protective gear for it, so you don't have to worry about it getting wet because it's locked in a
Right.
case. But yeah, when you're bare bones in a plaza with a bunch of drunk people dancing around you, and it smells really bad. The one positive thing about the rain, it cleaned the plaza. So you know how dirty the plaza is.
Yeah.
There's like
Yeah, it's a plaza,
pigeon,
man.
pigeon
Yeah.
poop everywhere. All that shit got washed away. in the rain.
Nice.
It was like raining really hard. It was a nice experience.
So people listening are probably like, why would you guys like do this? Like, why would you stay doing this job? Well, I'll tell you why. Because afterwards, during the show and after, like it's kind of to me like a great high when it's like, man, that sounded really good. Like it sounds like a
When
studio
you-
recording.
When you
You
have
know?
a good show and a good performance,
Yeah.
and you're able to document it, that's the paycheck.
Right. That's a
reward.
prize.
I mean, the money comes in afterwards, but like when it's a good show and
people are dancing, enjoying the
when you
music.
see people having a good time,
Yeah.
and everyone has like an ear to ear smile, that's why it's worth it. And I don't expect getting shout outs from the band or
Right.
or whoever's performing, but when they do, it's nice
Yeah, when it happens, it's
because
like,
like the people who are watching or the people who are the audience, they realize that shit has to be like it's not magic.
right,
Well,
yeah,
it is. Yeah, no, it is magic, but like it doesn't just appear out of nowhere.
yeah. There's
it's
some
hard.
effort
It's
put
hard
into
work.
it.
Like for people who don't know, like some people in my family, they're like, oh, you just plug stuff in. That's the easy part.
Right, yeah, that's true.
Plugging things in is the easy part.
Right. I always tell people like I don't say this because it's kind of rude, but I just imagine like I should just put you in front of this board when it's time to go, when the show starts. Let's see how you handle it, because it's like mentally, you have to be like so on on your toes.
On point.
Like it's crazy. Like you have no time to like think, because it's like it's happening. Like the show is happening.
Second nature.
If you have to make an adjustment, you have to do it within a second, kind of thing,
And
without anyone noticing.
even
Yeah.
plugging stuff in. I want to see someone who doesn't know how to set up a band
Oh, right.
and mix, like set up a band, mix for a band, all that. Pretty much what we do.
Right.
Like set up the stage. Like we're almost like roadies at this point too. Like we do
Everybody's
everything.
for Queen's Theater.
We gather the equipment, set up the equipment, test the equipment, and then you deal with the artists or you deal with the performers. I want to see someone do that. Someone who has who says, "Oh, what you do? What are you
Just
like,
plug
a
things.
glorified DJ?" Yeah. Go ahead, do that. It's someone. I want someone to work a Ricardo Rio show.
Yeah, if you guys don't know Recorder Real Show, go on September 22nd.
September 22nd.
Go check that
8
out.
a.m. to midnight. I'm sorry, 8 p.m. to midnight. Even though our call is at 1 p.m. to midnight, which last time we left at 1:30.
All right, yeah.
1:30 in the
Yeah,
morning.
sounds
So
about right.
it was from 2 p.m. to 1:30 in the morning.
Almost
Anyways,
sunrise.
the show is from 8 p.m. September 22nd.
Actually, it's funny because they will probably see just the show. They'll see the show. They won't see the shit show behind the stage, backstage.
We see the shit show.
Yeah. And it's funny
We
'cause-
handle the shit show so
Yeah.
you guys can enjoy the show.
exactly. And no offense to Ricardo or anyone else of the performers, but I think we just haven't handled it now because it's not our first rodeo.
It is our first rodeo. I've been working Ricardo Rio shows since 2017, and my second show at the theater ever was a Ricardo
that's
Rio
awesome.
show. And I have it documented. If you want to go on my Instagram, it's the mariachi show. Actually, no, the mariachi show that I did that's on my Instagram was the fourth show.
Oh, okay.
How many shows? I did like
Probably lost track.
15 shows.
Yeah, I lost track after
lost
the
track.
third one.
You're on double digits like me.
I think so too.
I'm almost like at 20, but you're not that far behind me.
Right.
Um,
And I love it because at the end of the day, well, specifically for me, because it's always Mexican music.
Yeah, no, it's fun. No,
So it's
listen,
like-
the music, the performers are great.
Yeah.
Some
they're
of the performers are a
talented.
little wonky.
Right.
I'm not
So
gonna lie.
we won't tell you who because then we'll ruin the magic. But
But those mariachi schools that come in, I think about 24 different mariachi schools perform,
right.
and they're all great. I had videos. This guy and this girl, both 13, singing like.
Yeah, that's another thing that I like about that because the fact that they're like passing down traditional
Younger
things.
generations.
Yeah, because it's like I wouldn't expect a kid to like be into that, but
Right?
yeah,
Like, or what are the youth like these days?
yeah, they just go on TikTok, right,
TikTok.
and stream on Twitch or watch Twitchers.
And these kids
Twitchers.
Twitchers. These kids are musicians, like full on
Better than me for
touring
sure.
musicians
Yeah.
at 12,
Right,
playing, and it's not easy.
violins and singing, like I can't do
Guitar,
that stuff.
bass, trumpet,
Right.
harp.
Oh yeah.
How many 12-year-olds can play a
Play the
harp?
harp, right?
Bigger than them. This kid was playing a harp that was at least 7 feet
Double
tall.
his size.
I'm not sure they make him that. I'm not sure if they make him that big, but it was double his
Right,
size.
it looks 7 feet
And
tall
he's
compared
just
to
like,
him.
bling, 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 bling,
Yeah. So shout out to
those kids.
we complain about Ricardo Rio shows because they are
It's a lot of work.
it takes a toll. But
You're exhausted.
it's really good. They end up really
You
good.
question your faith at the end of the show.
you ever see that? I'm pretty sure you guys have seen that meme of like what is it like just Ben Affleck smoking a cigarette.
That's us. That's us after soundtrack. That's
Yeah,
not even
right.
after the show.
Right.
That's just after soundtrack because there's so many different acts. Like I was scheduled to sound check 12 different acts this past Ricardo Rio show. 12 different acts. And I wasn't including the 16 schools of mariachi that came on. 16 schools.
Yeah, that's
I counted
crazy, right?
16 different schools. David can't see himself. He wants to. Oh,
There you go. That's it. Just a little volume adjustment. That's all. But yeah, go on. It's 16. Yeah, it's basically 16 different children, groups of children.
group of children, and it's like, what's the minimum group? Like 12 different kids,
Yeah.
or 12 different musicians. So I sound checked 12 different bands, 12 different groups of performers, and then another 16.
Right. So
A lot,
yeah,
a lot.
Just one group of children
Oh
is
my
already
God.
a nice challenge.
Is it-
All right, we are back.
We're back.
I think it's not a bad idea having like a little halftime, at least for us. at least for us. For the viewers, you just waited like 1 minute max, probably 30 seconds. But yeah, we were talking about good old experiences at the theater.
Corona Plaza
Yeah,
this year. What we
but,
did this year, but now Corona Plaza is done. It's over. The last show was great.
It's funny because like anything that's like a drag, eventually is like, oh man, I wish
kinda
we could
miss
do
it.
it again.
Like, weren't we saying when we did that episode during the pandemic, or when the pandemic started,
Right.
how you and I missed Ricardo Rio's show?
Right, yeah. And now we're back doing that.
This is our third Ricardo Rio show since the pandemic started,
Yeah, right,
or
right.
like since the whole break,
Mhm.
and we hated it again. That's life.
I would say it's back to knowing how. I won't say hate because now I think I see everything as like I'm gonna love this one way or another.
Yeah, you
no
got
matter how shitty it
because
is.
then it makes your job just fucking miserable.
All right.
Um,
Plus, I mean, I've had other miserable jobs, so I'd rather not go back to
Yeah.
those. You guys know when it's like, yeah, you're getting paid, but you literally like don't want to be there.
you hate it.
Yeah.
You resent every minute of it.
All right.
And it makes the shifts longer because you resent every minute of it.
Yeah, exactly.
So time, or I feel like time is just screwing you over by taking it like
Taking longer.
taking longer.
Yeah, it's another thing. Like, it might not all be fun, but at least like if you hate it, like, all right, well, after this time, 30 minutes will pass, 1 hour, and it'll be closer.
That's another
to,
thing
yeah.
with these shifts. They fly.
Yeah, they do.
The shittier they are at the theater, the faster they go.
Right.
If it's an easy show, like if it's a ballet or graduation or a play or like something that doesn't involve
A lot of action.
a lot
right?
of
Yeah.
action or attention, oh my, you fall. You know how many plays I've missed cues on because they just knock you out. There's not zero. There's like out of 100%, like 25% of it involves sound,
Right.
which is just leaving live mics, and then
a track
because
here
there's
and
nothing
there.
to do, they have you do other cues for different
Mhm.
departments.
Oh, right, right.
So like you're on like a projection cue,
Right.
and they say, cue
Change.
shutter or cue,
Yeah, right,
something
exactly.
stupid. That's stupid, but like something part of the show. You space out.
Yeah, you got to stay.
If it wasn't for Chelsea at the showstoppers, I would have missed every cue. I did miss a cue actually, because it was her first day. She didn't know. She didn't have the
Damn it, Cherry.
the radio com.
Nice. Well,
That's
yeah,
another thing. I would add the second radio com to the sound booth.
yeah. The more the merrier. Well, I mean, nowadays, they have a wireless systems. I don't know if you ever seen them, but they have wireless comms now.
Not at our theater.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
Oh, you're just saying.
they exist.
You confused me for a
That
second.
would be better.
Yeah,
that would be the
I was
greatest.
like, wait, did I miss something?
No. No, I mean,
Yeah, they do exist, but we don't have them.
so don't worry. One day.
One day, David and I are like
Plotting. I don't know.
not plotting. We wish a lot of things. For
Yeah, I
the
was gonna
theater.
say we have a big wish
We
list.
haven't. Yeah, we're
It's
pretty.
as just like anything, it always comes down to the budget. It is what it is. Because I would love to have, I would love for this to be run like a with a whole switchboard system, like they do in the TV and radio TV stations.
What are they gonna do with a Yamaha MC7L? All right, is it the
Yeah,
name?
something. It's funny because like
MC7L.
every Yamaha with a
MC?
C and an L and a 7, because there's different boards
Yeah.
that have the same letters, like in different what do you call it, combinations.
Different, yeah.
So if I just look it up right now, I bet you like Yamaha, just as long as there's a 7 there, you're actually gonna know how to work it, even though if you never touched it before. I realized that. So Yamaha luckily makes they basically stay consistent as far as how their boards work. You know what I mean? So Yamaha, like I'm just literally gonna put 7. And then let's see what pops up. Okay, that's not what I expected. 7-inch Yamaha speaker.
Okay.
CL7. Yeah, CL7. So yeah, you see that. Let's go to the images. I am looking up just what I think is the standard. Yeah, that's the one we have. What I think is the standard board. Why does this look tiny?
It is the one that we have.
Yeah, it's this one. M7CL.
M7CL.
So I've seen CL7. I've seen ML7.
Yeah.
I've seen just CL.
Did it come with that rack?
Yeah, it does. That's I think that's a good question. Why don't we have that?
Is that?
But that comes together. So this is what we have standard at the theater. But if you go to the newest version, it doesn't look exactly the same, but it's the same like layout and everything. Like they don't change anything. That's the good thing about Yamaha.
What I love is the digital.
Sponsor us because I'm
please,
because I'm making
the digital touch.
I'm convincing everybody that this is the way to go. Either this or Midas. Have you ever worked with a Midas?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
there's the go up.
Right there you go. Look, CL48. Well, these are how many channels?
See, what's the ES stand for? Right? Do we have the ES? I think we do.
Ether sound. I don't know. I haven't seen that on the board. I think that's what ES stands for.
ES100.
Mm-hmm. So the good thing about this, for those of you who aren't into boards, into soundboards, yes, this is digital touchscreen, and then it has this little cluster. It's funny. I'm pointing to it like people can see what they're talking about.
Anyone who's not watching.
So I'm gonna try to describe this as best as possible. So yeah, there's like a central cluster right under the touchscreen.
Called the central logic.
All right, there you go. Go. I'm bad with names. Good thing you're here. And then you don't see it if you guys don't know how this is laid out. There are 5 or 6 different clusters just like that, spread out literally, I think 10 feet, something like that. Right? You can't reach all of them. You definitely can't. Well, I can't. Maybe you can.
No, I have short arms.
Okay. I can't
I'm not an orangutan.
From the top left cluster to the bottom right, there's no way I can reach those ends.
If you lay across it.
Yeah, like you can maybe, like
if you're standing,
your big toe will reach one side.
Sitting down, you can't. Sitting down, you can't. But standing, you might be able to.
I can't do that. You might be. I can't. Not all the way across.
You're talking about hitting the top left cue with the bottom right.
Exactly.
Cue?
Like this
cluster.
This channel 36 and channel 1.
I think that's 39.
Oh wait, there you go. You know better than I do. 39 and this is 18 actually because one starts at the bottom for some reason, and then it keeps going.
So yeah, 1 through 10.
1 through 16 actually.
No, the first cluster. Is that 1 through 10?
I think it's 8.
You're right.
It's 8. Yeah, usually they go in 8s for some reason. For some reason in like audio world, like 8 is the magic number.
7 never works. Apparently, this Korean sound engineer said 7 is a very unlucky number.
Oh yeah, that's right.
7 is a very unlucky number in the digital world.
They will literally skip number 7.
They would skip. Yeah. We told it's funny because in our channel, 7 doesn't work. I want to test it out. I want to test it out why it doesn't work, because I know it doesn't work. And Lawler tried, Washenko tried. I want to know why. They didn't say why.
I think we should keep it like that for traditional sake.
Yeah, tradition. Maybe
for Korean tradition.
Korean tradition. Maybe it's gonna save the theater if we don't. I imagine it actually does work, and then you plug it in. It's like the unspoken. You know when you're not allowed to say that famous Scottish play when you're in a theater.
Yeah, apparently.
You're not supposed to say it. It's like you're not supposed to use
you're not
7.
Supposed to use number 7
in the sound world.
You would think 7's a lucky number, right? But
not in the sound world.
Yeah, I guess not.
13's a lucky number in the sound. No, I'm just making it. So, go down real quick.
Oh yeah, sure. We're looking at the other versions of this board.
There's no reviews on these boards?
Yeah, you don't need a review. Just get it.
just buy it.
Yeah, just get it. Trust me. Trust me on this one. This is like the shortest version.
That's the 32 channel.
32 channel. It's funny because also if you out there you look at a board, you're like, whoa, so many channels. Go down
just a little bit real quick.
What's that?
Just go down just a little bit. I want to see the review of the second one.
Oh, you could go on Google. They probably have reviews there.
Wait, go back up.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Up.
Yeah, we do have that one. We have the ES.
What are you looking at? Are you looking at M7CL48?
Just the review. I mean, not the review, the description.
Oh, the ES. Are you sure?
I
Well,
think-
regardless, to me, they all work the same. What is the difference, apparently? Central logic? Man, they always try to
It's,
throw...
no, it's the same review.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. They always just try to throw around these random letters and words to make it sound fancy.
This is the soundboard BS. This BS bull.
Yeah, like the Midas, like the Midas touchscreen ones, the latest ones. They're like, we have tube, like what do they call it? You guys know what I'm talking about. Like this technology that's like, that's not a thing. Like we have tubeware. Tubeware. It's like, that's not a thing. Stop calling it a thing. Like it's
they're just making up fancy names.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
right. We have
Exactly.
tubeware technology, special touch tubeware technology.
They get up and dance.
Right. It's like, that's not a thing. Like
How much is this cost? 12? 13?
that is...
Why is it so expensive? 13.
Well, that's weird. There must be something wrong with them, or wrong with these, because there's one right next to it that's $2,000, and it's the same thing.
You think we'll try to sell ours?
I'll take it.
I'll take it for free.
Now this one must be rather brand new, because why would this be $1,300 or $13,000?
Is it discontinued?
That's the same exact thing as the thing on the left,
No,
which
like,
is
brand new.
$2,500.
Oh, Reverb.
Used, but
Are they-
same model.
They only sell used ones because is it discontinued or is it? Can
No,
you buy it
Reverb is the secondhand equipment site.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I
So,
should know that.
but yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I mean, I'll click on both of them. Now this just became like a shopping podcast for audio engineers. Hey, you guys
What
know
is our
you're
show?
getting into. So over here, what's the person's name? The seller. Huh? I don't see that. But yeah, you see how this board MC.
Minnesota.
Maybe that's what it is.
Minnesota.
It's like damaged or something, but because this is the same exact thing.
Covered in ice.
Oh, extra cases.
Oh,
Maybe
with the external clocks, extra cases,
yeah.
in front of the house, and monitor mixes.
Okay.
Oh, it's a console package.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. So
Dude, it says two.
to what?
We're
Oh,
stupid.
2 reviews.
No, it says two mixers.
Oh,
Two
nice.
mixers plus the.
Oh, I get it. The package for one for the house, one for monitor,
yeah.
and then they have external clocks. I know for the non-audio nerds, like you guys are like, what the hell is all that stuff?
They're asking us to explain. Actually, can you go on those photos real quick?
Yeah, sure. And it has a cover and lights.
Wow.
Yeah, let me zoom
Does
in
it come
on
with a
this.
stand?
Well, it comes with a whole case that turns into a table.
Yeah. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Oh, amazing.
Converting case.
Amazing. That's the back. Yeah.
We're boring, these two.
I know. That's what I was thinking. Exactly
Sorry,
what I was
guys.
thinking. We're probably boring half the listeners too. But whoa.
Hey, look, it even comes with a spotlight
Yeah, that's what I said.
for your board.
And it has a word clock, which makes everything run smoother. And yeah, same old
Central
interface.
logic. That looks different. Or was that a case built around it?
I think that's just a sticker or something like that. Why? Yeah, why does it look like that?
No, I've seen it. Those are the mute groups.
You talking about down here?
No, the screen.
What
The
about?
the screen looks smaller.
Yeah, it does. That's weird.
It could be display.
It's gotta
Maybe
be
Lawler has a
fader
zoom in.
calibration mode. That's what it is.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's what it is. For 2 cases, 2 road cases,
Look at those
and
amplifiers.
yeah, and with its own amp. Or is that the word clock? No, those are the amps. Yes, it is the amp. Even though they look old, pretty sure they work.
They look like they work.
And that's the word clock. All right, so just really quick.
Is that a God mic and a light, or is it just two spotlights?
Yes, 2 spotlights. Just real quick for the non-nerds, a word clock is what makes all the equipment talk to each other. So you don't have to make like the board be the master
Yeah.
communicator. The word clock makes everything run smoother. Let's
Oh,
just put it that way. I'm not
word-
gonna get into
The word clock
details.
is your best friend.
Yeah, it is.
It really is.
And that's why those go for like $10,000.
That's why that's why don't listen. Check out the listing yourself because we didn't read it carefully.
That's true. That's true.
That's why it's 1,300.
Yeah, that is what it's interesting.
Not 13. I'm sorry, 13,000 because it's 2 mixers plus all the packaging, external clocks that you could take out and remove.
from Bismarck, North Dakota.
Decoder.
Hey, as low as $420 a month for the firm. Let's get it. Actually, I'm kind of down.
You want to split it?
That's very doable.
It is.
All right, we'll talk after the show.
David and I might do a little shopping after.
Let's talk after
You
the
gotta
show.
have that over here, and then have that in.
Oh my
inside
gosh!
inside the
Or
room.
one to go, or one for in here.
Yeah. Right.
Oh god, it's over, guys. It's over, people.
One to use for shows. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. One for shows and one for in studio. All right, we'll talk later, guys. So Jerry, you're always wearing a Mets jersey.
It's part of my uniform now.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
like that cartoon
I can't-
character that wears.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can't blame you. They're doing pretty.
if you go in their closet, it's the same fucking the same green pants.
Oh yeah, you have like 10 at first. It's
10
called
of them in a
indoor.
row, but just different last names in the
Oh,
jersey.
okay.
I actually ordered myself a new jersey. The reason why I'm rocking a jersey because the Mets are doing pretty good.
Yeah, doing technically better than Yankees.
better
Let's
than the
check.
Yankees, better record. They're playing with a lot of heart this year, and they always do.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say that's what they say all the
They
time.
always play with a lot of heart, but they just always end up losing. And
Well, I called it this year Subway Series. I'm going to a game if it happens.
oh, dude, can we go to? Oh, I'm going. I don't care who comes with me. I'm going to the game
Okay.
myself. I'll join you.
Speaking of Queens Theater, right now is the I was gonna say the Serena Open.
The US Open.
US Open.
Serena shuts it down.
Can you guys like stop coming so early? Like I just want to go to work. I just want to go somewhere, but you guys make traffic. You guys make traffic. Like I understand a rush hour, but like traffic shouldn't be happening from
man.
10 to 12.
10 to 12 from 8. It starts at 8
Yeah,
o'clock.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's expected at 8,
Yeah.
but after rush hour is over,
Yeah,
it's like it
please.
never finishes in
Hey,
this
take
area.
it easy. Take the train.
Right. Take the train. Take a bike.
Like, don't take a bike because they'll be
I was gonna look up what MLB standings.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go.
Speaking of oh, look at Baltimore.
They're catching up.
That's
They might
crazy.
make the postseason.
If they were in the Central, they would be winning it.
Huh?
Yeah, that's amazing. And then we go down to so Yankees got 79 wins.
How many games are ahead?
Mets got 84. That's crazy. That's pretty good. Oh, you can't see. Sorry, let me scroll up. So yeah, New York Mets. There you go. 84
They're 3
wins.
games ahead of the Braves.
Do you think they're gonna? It's September. They could break 100.
What?
The Mets.
Mets?
100 wins.
Oh no, they can break 100 wins. But
Yeah.
the thing is, like, we need people to beat the Braves, and we need some people to beat the Dodgers.
The Dodgers. Well, they beat them the other day, I believe. The Mets.
They won the series.
Yeah, nice.
2-1.
So it's good. Good. I mean, it's funny because that's kind of like an old No, it's not. Sorry, New York Mets didn't exist when the Brooklyn Dodgers existed.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's right. I was gonna say that was the
It's
New
like-
York rivalry.
But it's like past versus future.
Yeah, there you go. Because actually, I think if you go to Citi Field, you have old Brooklyn Dodgers and New York Giants
Memorabilia
like
there.
memorabilia all around the place. So yeah, they had to continue it somehow. You know,
Not Yankee
history
Stadium.
can't just disappear.
Yankee Stadium just has Yankee stuff.
Yeah, Yankees is Yankees.
They've been there for the.
And I was
They're
at a
one of the
Yankees
teams.
game the other day, and I was remembering when I was a wee little kid when I went to the old Yankee Stadium, and I was
The
like,
better
I
stadium.
would just act a fool.
I said it.
Like, yeah,
The
that's what it is.
The better stadium.
It just felt better. Like I know we sound like grumpy old men.
No, like Shea Stadium was the shit. Old Yankee Stadium was the shit.
Yeah.
I don't hate Citi Field. I like Citi Field, but I don't like the new Yankee Stadium.
So you know how people used to call it like, oh, it's the cathedral of baseball. So recently I was at a cathedral working. I don't know if you guys follow me. You might have seen. And now I get it because
St.
it's
John-
not.
Was it St. John's?
Yeah, St. John's of something, uptown, Upper West Side.
Beautiful place.
Yeah, beautiful place. I actually want to go back and just take more pictures of it, just because it's like so much detail. But anyways, actually, that is why Yankee Stadium was called a cathedral, because all those little details that made it like magical, and it was literally stone like a cathedral,
Mhm.
and the sound just reverberated in
Oh,
there.
dude, it was the
Yeah.
top 3
And as a kid, I used to like yell out at the players. Obviously, they probably couldn't hear me, but I used to think they did because of that same reason.
Yeah.
It's like everybody hears me. Well, first of all, I'm a child. Like,
Yeah.
what do I know? Like everybody hears me. I used to go leave those games with like no voice, like the raspiest voice.
It's like after going to like a rock and roll concert.
I can't talk anymore. I was yelling at the Yankees game all day. And I was just like heckle. Once again, they probably never heard me, but like who's ever center fielder. Because I would sit in the bleachers where all the bleacher creatures
The
would.
bleacher creaters,
Yeah.
dude, those are like the realest people there.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are full of shit.
That's what I'm saying. Some
But
crazy.
I was a bleacher. I'm a bleacher creature.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, you wear a Mets jersey. You can't be both." Like,
Whatever you
I
want.
got to the age where I'm like, I'm just a baseball fan. I love baseball so much
Yeah.
that they're both from New York. Why
Yeah,
not?
you can't hate, man.
Why can't, like what? I watch both games.
If you lived in, what was it, 86?
Yeah,
Yeah, when the Mets last won, you had to have. If you're a Yankees fan, there's no way you didn't root for the Mets.
Of course,
Because not only were they from New York, they were playing your rival. They're
exactly.
playing Boston.
They're playing Boston in the World Series,
Right.
And I met a doorman when I was working in the West Side, and the place where I was staying, and he was telling me he was 13 years old during the '86 World Series.
Okay.
And he was like, "I'm a Yankee fan." He goes, "I was born in the Bronx.
Yeah.
I live in the Bronx. I'm a Yankee fan." And he was like, everybody in the Bronx was rocking Mets gears.
Oh, nice. Okay.
He was like, there wasn't one person who wasn't rooting for the Mets. He goes, "You're in the Bronx. Everyone's a Yankee fan. No one's a fucking Met fan. It's not like Queens where it's like mixed or like Long Island where it's
Right,
mixed."
that's true, right.
He goes, "You go to the Bronx. Everyone's a fucking
Yeah.
Yankee fan." No, like, and he goes, "You get one Met fan, but he goes, everyone's a fucking Yankee
Yeah,
fan."
that's very true.
And he was telling me that people were like hanging from their apartments Met flags.
Oh, that's
like,
cool.
They were just making them like with bed sheets and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And he was
Nice.
there was so much hatred for Boston that they didn't care. It was like everyone in New York City was a Met fan.
Yeah.
And he was
That's good.
everywhere you went. It's like they were like, "We got you, Mets." And like that's the energy that I have for
Yeah, that's like,
both teams.
It's like, it's funny. Like, fortunately, like the only other time New York comes together like that is for like 9/11 or something. It's like,
Tragedy.
yeah, like tragedy or
That's human
something.
nature, though.
But yeah, but it was like the same energy.
Yeah.
Like, like we're supporting New York. I pulled something up for old time's sakes. Sorry, Boston fans.
Was it through the legs?
Yeah,
no.
the most famous what do you call it?
Error?
Yeah. I gotta switch it to the TV real
Oh,
quick.
this hurts to watch.
I know, as a baseball fan, it does. It's very painful, especially if you end up getting like death threats and all that.
As a baseball player, it
Yeah,
hurts to watch.
yeah, exactly. You're a baseball player. You've made your fair amount of errors.
Oh, I made like 3 errors in one game. Like you question yourself. No,
Yeah,
not 3 errors in one game. Never like that. But you like when you make
2 errors in one plate. No.
3 errors in one. You drop the ball again. You make an error. Like you question yourself. Like should I?
Right? Yeah.
Should I even
Do I
play
belong
again?
on this team?
I don't belong in this. But the thing is, the mentality, you gotta get over that shit.
Yeah,
you
of
fuck
course.
up, you gotta act like it never happened.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna hear from your coach later and from your teammates, but you gotta act like it never happened.
Right.
Fuck the fans.
Right. How else?
No,
are you
sorry
gonna,
about the fans, but like you gotta act like it never happened.
How else are you gonna make the play?
Otherwise,
the
you're
next
gonna
time?
you're gonna be making errors every like I said. I've never seen a game where a player has made 3 errors. I've seen games where the team has made 3 errors.
Yeah.
No, there's no I in team, right? Here we are getting old.
Yeah. All right. I'll
Philosophical.
put this.
Play it. I'll stop talking.
I'll put the audio in for you listeners. For you viewers, just go on YouTube, and it's like one of the most famous plays. So backstory: this was the last out for the Red Sox to win the whole World Series.
Last out.
Yeah, last out for the whole World Series. For them to break the curse of the Bambino.
Okay, who's pitching?
Is it actually Roger Clemens? No.
No, it's Bill Buckner. Is it Bill?
No, Bill Buckner is the
Batting.
guy who made the error.
It's the guy who made the error.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
By the way, fun fact, Roger Clemens was on that Red Sox team.
The 86 version?
Yeah.
He was?
Yeah, he was like a very young
pitcher?
Yeah.
No way. He played from 86 to 2000 and...
Like 10 or
10?
something like that, right?
No.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess steroids help.
Well, that's what? 86, 2010. That's like 25 years.
What was the last team he played for? Was it Houston? Or did he come back for the Yankees?
You got I gotta look it up.
All right. In the meantime, let's just go back in time real quick. Oh my god!
Oh
Jesus.
my god!
That was luckily. Imagine if that was in Boston though. Like, luckily the home fans got to enjoy that. But if that was in Boston, it would have been like not a sound would have been heard.
At Boston, he would have been sniped.
What's that?
Sniped.
Oh yeah, I know. Somebody would have ran on the field and like started to beat him
Started
up.
stabbed
Yeah.
with a broken beer bottle.
Jesus. Yeah, poor guy. It's all right. He's still alive. He's happily, living his life. But yeah, that's crazy.
That's it. That's the last game, right?
Yeah. No, I think they went to game. I think this was game 6.
Oh,
Then they went to game 7.
And they won game 7.
Yeah. So if you're a Mets fan, let's end that on a high note, because that was the last time you fans won the World Series. Maybe this year is the repeat. But you know what, Jerry? I always say this, but I could do this all day. we don't have all day, unfortunately.
We don't.
But next time, it's not your last time.
Always.
Yeah, and you'll be around. We have new
Am I gonna get
stories.
one of those SNL jackets? You know how they cut if you host a show more than 5 times, you like a special.
Yeah.
Am I gonna
I
get
had no idea.
You got like a special jacket? Am I gonna get like a podcast one? Like,
Well, did I ever give you a T-shirt?
yeah, I got
Okay,
a
cool,
t-shirt.
cool.
I want like a shot glass with your face on it. we can make that happen.
It's just my face, just like smiling. I assume.
Smiling or they take a copy of your driver's license.
Oh my gosh, my driver's license looks like a mugshot.
Mine too.
Oh god, I look like I just look like I'm mad at life. I mean, I was mad. I mean, I've never been a morning person. That's probably what it is.
Who's happy when they're in the DMV?
All right.
Not even the workers.
It's funny because when I get pictures taken, I'll actually try to smile. Cause I'm like, and I don't want people to think I'm like, just down all the time.
True.
Even though it is the DMV, and I can't blame you. Well, Jerry, any last words to tell our listeners?
Subway Series. We'll talk about it. We'll talk soon about the Subway
Well,
Series.
yeah, we'll be back in
Subway
October.
World Series.
Oh wow, that's like in 1 month.
Yeah.
Well, if you're listening, it's probably like in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Or next week. But yeah, we'll come back for the playoffs, and it'll be football time. And
Football already started.
Yeah, it
You're
did.
happy.
I plan on going to a Jets or Ravens game.
Don't leave me hanging.
Oh, sorry. And I'll let you know how that went. I'm pretty sure you guys know how that's gonna go, though. And we'll have more audio engineering stories from around.
Wait,
the
before we
city.
end,
Yeah.
you're right. He was on that Red Sox in '86.
Yeah, he was,
He
man.
debuted in '84 and he retired with the Yankees in '07.
07, that's what it was. Yeah, man. He pitched for a long time. And even though, he might have the steroid thing, he was like a very,
Holy
like,
shit, his accolades are crazy.
yeah, he was a very amazing pitcher. He just,
11-time All-Star, 2-time World Series, 7-time Cy Young.
yeah, it's crazy. Nobody else is gonna get that.
MVP in '86.
Oh, a whole like MVP, not just Cy Young.
American
Yeah.
League, yeah. Triple Crown.
Oh, 86 was the year they went to the World Series.
Yeah, so he did pitch for them.
Yeah,
Fucking nuts.
amazing. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in to another hour of Live by the Hour.
Take care.
Yeah, take care. Thank you. Peace.
Burning up like a heat wave high. Fascinated by the way you shine. Got me moving so you notice. Stop. Can you focus on me eye to eye? Let my aura take you on a ride. Move your body with me side to side. So pull me up like shots on ice. It's a party on my mind tonight. When you're loving on me all night. It can be your song to write, and your melody matches mine. Now it's playing in my mind like, love me, hold me, feel me, touch me slowly, baby. Love me, hold me, feel me, touch me, let go of worries. You don't have to worry about this, baby.
Okay, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being patient with us. Clearly, that was a while back. A lot of things have happened since then, but we're definitely gonna keep them going. Stay tuned. Next episode, I'll give you a little sneak peek. Actually, like like we mentioned at the top of the show, it is with an other what do you call, a friend of the show, and just personal friend as well. You know, it's nice to see my friends because I don't get to see them anymore. But it's cool. We're all doing the things, the stuffs that we all love to do, and you know, it's always great to get together. So tune in next time for the next episode of The Hang. Thanks. Peace.